need a mic? Good. So, thanks everyone for here. I'll tell you about my stuff, how I got into crypto. In 2013, I heard about crypto. On 2012, I just heard something on crypto, but I didn't get it. On 2013, I met my friend in Yorkdale Mall, and he sold some bitcoins. The bitcoin price was $260 at that time. And the price of bitcoin, I bought them through my credit card. I did a cash advance and I did it because I was a poor student, right? So I bought my bitcoin. The next day, the bitcoin price dropped to $130, right? And I thought, man, like my first investment in my life, and this is how it goes. Like, welcome to Canada. So anyway, that was a big scam. Then I started selling those bitcoins on eBay, right? Someone scammed me through my PayPal because they did a chargeback. So I said, okay, man, okay, this is what has to be done. Anyway, long story short, I just said I'll never look into this thing again. Till one day I said, I heard about a machine in Vancouver, Bitcoin ATM, and I said, okay, man, there's one there which did like a lot of transactions. We said, why don't we get one? So I went to a meetup like this. Found a couple of guys who said they can build a Bitcoin ATM, and then I gave a call to someone that I could find on Bitcoin Toronto. So the first guy who appeared, I called him up. I'll tell you his name afterward. He said, let's install a Bitcoin ATM. We had no machine at that time. He said, okay, I'm coming in 1 week to install a machine, and we installed the first machine at Decentral, right? So Decentral wasn't open, it was around like Christmas of 2013. We said, we're installing a machine 1 week, we don't have a machine. On 1st January, the machine got launched. The person, at that time I met a couple of interesting folks. One guy pitched me an idea, and I thought this was one of the most stupidest idea, but we asked him, can you help us with the technical stuff? So he helped us with setting up the machine and everything. In a couple of weeks there was a blockchain summit happening in, conference happening January 2014 in Miami. So the same guy I sold the machine to, he said, why don't you join us? We are having a NES project. And the guy who pitched me on the project, he was there too. Anyway, I ended up there, I said, what a waste of time. The first guy was N3D Oreo, second was Vitalik, right? So we stayed in the same house. Luckily, I bought some Ethereum, right? I thought, okay, I'll just buy it. And then around IPO time.
I just want to be clear that you said that Ethereum was a stupid idea.
I thought that, yeah. I thought it was a stupid idea.
Just want to make sure I heard that right.
Yeah. But because Vitalik was putting us an idea, we said just help us with fixing our machines and everything. Don't talk more, right? But he's pretty, he's a genius, but he's super awkward when he talks, right? And that's, I think, where his intelligence come in. And you're talking about like 2013, where I thought, when I was selling Bitcoin, I said, this is a scam. I'll install like sell 1 or 3 ATMs, and then it's over. We installed the first ATM, we got featured in CBC, Star, and everyone just flocked to us. And we said, okay, man, this can make money. You're making a machine for a few $1,000 and selling it for $15,000. I said, man, that's the best business you can ever be. Right? Sell the shovel when the gold rush is on. So we said, okay, let's do that. And then, and before I could knew, we had like 50 orders of Bitcoin ATM. At that time, we didn't have incorporation, so we didn't have a company. So you can imagine how non-serious we were at that time. We applied to an incubator and we got in. An incubator called Y Combinator, right? So we got in around that time. I luckily got a chance to invest in decent sized companies because Bitcoin was rising. So in my partner, so in Y Combinator we get interviewed. So the first guy who interviewed was Justin Can. I don't know if you guys know him. He started Justin.tv, and he also sold a website called Twitch. He's a co-founder. So he did it. And due to Y Combinator, my life just changed. So I'll tell you the companies we were in batch with. I was with Blockstack. I don't know if you've probably heard. One name, they're not Blocks. One name is Blocks. They were Blockstack at that time. Filecoin, SFox, Tinkercoin. You probably don't hear about these companies, but they're massive. Product Hunt, Quora, Checker. Man, like 10 companies who are above like a few $100 million right now. Anyways, this is how I got into Bitcoin, and then Ethereum price at the time of ICO and things in San Francisco. He said, why don't you stay in my house? So he stayed in my house, and then at the time of ICO, we bought some more Bitcoin just for Ethereum just for fun. Like, I thought it's just a scam, but I thought, why not, right? So, but anyways, after that, the company grew. I think the Bitcoin ATM, like at one point we had like 70-80% market share at one time. So since then, what happened to Ethereum price, I understood in ICOs before they were cool, and so pretty much that's my story about Bitcoin. Like I write on security tokens. I'm just I took off everything in 2017. I said, okay, I just shut my mouth. I don't know anything, and everyone is basically making money. So if everyone is making money, what's the problem with me? So anyway, so I should just enjoy, chill, right? And then, so yeah, I went into some real estate. So I started buying some real estate. Again, a very boring business, but I want to have recurring income. Luckily, I did that, man. Because after the crash, man, I don't know, this would be tough, right? So, yeah, I'm working in space for almost 8 years now, and it's a very rough path, to be honest. Everyone looks at you bought Bitcoin at that time, but not a lot of people know that how many times Ethereum Foundation was about to go bankrupt. How many times empty box actually gave you a heart attack. How many times this cortical thing happened, right? And like there are a lot of people in this, like Joseph on the backside, man. Like you see, there are like times that you will say, man, like trust me, like it looks like dark. Like I'll give you an example. One time I was called by Senate of Canada, right? So you probably have seen that interview of Mark Zuckerberg, and he's sitting in front of senators, right? And everyone is like asking about asking questions. So same thing was getting asked. I was asking, how does your machine get? So the question I used to get, how does your machine facilitate money laundering? Like basically it's implied that you are doing it. So tell us, how do you do that? Like what the hell kind of question this is, right? Or someone will ask you, hey, so how do you do the Ponzi scheme? Like all this kind of question. And it was really rough because I went to the infamous or famous Ben Lawasky's conference that happened in New York Financial District, where they were launching the BIT license. And if you want Netflix documentary on Bitcoin, interesting, I'm in it. So I didn't know like how I ended up in that, but they don't give you royalty for sure. But the thing is, I'm watching documentary and I say, oh my god, this is me, right? So that's pretty funny, like how you end up in those things. So I now featured on Netflix, even though I'm in the background, but it still doesn't matter, right? So now I'm as featured on Netflix. So anyway, so that was very tough time, man. Like that's not easy. Like what happened to there were arrests happening, and to be honest, I was scared because number one, I'm a brown Pakistani guy, right, Muslim guy. Like if someone corrects me, no one would even question me. Right? Yeah, this person would be wrong, right? Like, who cares, right? so I thought, man, so I kept myself very low pro. It was a very, very tough time. Like, a lot of bank accounts were getting shut down. My one is still alive, but we were having problems with banking, KYC, AML. It wasn't an easy path. Like, everyone would say, hey, I wish if I would have bought Bitcoin when it was. I tell the same people buy today, and they'll say, no, man, it's not good investment. And the same guy will buy, if hypothetically it goes $50,000, that's when they'll buy, and that's when I'll sell, and then again they'll sell at $5,000. I have maybe 10, not maybe 10, but a lot of people who will say, hey man, this is not a good time, Bitcoin is going to zero, and the Bitcoin will jump like 5x, and they'll say, now it's time to buy, right? So they will just buy it, then they'll give me a call, hey man, I actually bought it when it was like $20,000, right? What should I do? Do you think it will go up? I said, man, what the hell? Like, what are you trying to do? So, even like right now, if you look at it, I'll tell you a good example, simple example of this. If it was 2017, December, this room would be full of people, right? But right now, very people come in because it's depressing, like it's a bear market, no one wants to show up, right? People will say, hey, I don't want to come, you don't get sponsored for these events. 2017, December, you ask someone to sponsor, you will have like 10 people sponsoring the conference for $10,000. 10 people, $10,000. Now you ask for sponsorship, they say, I don't know man, you don't have money, right? You're poor. Everyone is poor in this space right now, no one is making money. And this is very tough times, and what I've learned is entrepreneurship, as my background is all over for startups. And it's very tough, and if you're in just for the money, that's the wrong path. In Canada, anyone who's born in Canada, live here, we're all blessed, right? Because just having the feeling that you can go home safe without worrying about anything, and you know that you will have food on your table, and security, it's a massive, you are already ahead of 99% of the people in the world, right? If you have food, so you have the basic protection covered. Like in Canada, you cannot be on street if you work. Just an example, like you will be having a decent, you may not have a very, very big car, but you have a maybe decent car, maybe have a different condo. You can live fairly okay if you live within means. But when you go into entrepreneurship, man, like so much stress that, because I've been working with a couple of IT startups and we have coaching classes with them. And everyone goes through the same pain, and we all believe that, hey man, you all look at those flashy CEOs titles and you don't know what pain they go through every day. Man, my dad had white hair when he was 70. I had white hair when I'm 30, right? What the hell, man? This is all because of crypto. Like you see, yeah, like 2% drop, right?
I didn't give you that.
Yeah. You guys never had a margin call, right? Like I don't know if anyone had a margin call. Like when like losing 90% of your money in like 12 months is painful. Like man, it's not like a joke, right? People will laugh at you. Man, they say you're still with Ponzi scheme. I told you, right? And man, okay, what should I say? I don't have anything to answer. And then you just say, okay, man, you're right. So do you have a job for me? Like that's what you say. And this is it comes to very serious, like so I make fun of everything that whatever happens. To be honest, it just happens because worst can happen. I'll be flipping burger at McDonald's, right? So that's the worst of it. But if you look at that, billions of people right now will only dream that I get a job at McDonald's. And that's why I said this is my worst scenario, right? So if you look at, no one can kick me out from Canada, that's my country now. Basically. And being privileged to come as an immigrant and live here and had a chance to work with so fortunate opportunities. And I told you, life looks like a story. Like who would know that I happen to live in the same room with all the top, and Ethereum was getting discussed, all the founders were sitting there like with that, like what are the odds of happening there, right? What are the odds that the first person I'll call from my Bitcoin ATM will happen to be a co-founder of Ethereum? Like what are the odds of getting into Y Combinator where the chances of getting are less than 1%? It's almost impossible to get in there, but I got in there and I used. So one of my investors was the founder of Gmail. What are the odds that the software that I'll be using throughout my life would be thing? So these are things that a lot of people would not realize, and because I came from a very small town in Pakistan, I can realize like how much difference is between the countries. A lot of people in the world, we don't realize how fortunate we are and how blessed we are. Like you guys probably would not even, there are bottles outside, like bottles sitting, and we are not thirsty, right? But so many people in the world don't have access to clean water. So startups are tough, man. They are like, because I'm on camera, I will not swear a lot, right? But man, they are really, you can think about what I'm talking about, right? So I'll keep on building startups because that's the passionate about. Sometimes I take off, like right now I'm just chilling and I'm just enjoying it, writing and podcasting. I just launched my podcast and just writing, but ultimately, if someone is in money, is in Bitcoin for money, or any startup in money, that's the wrong path to pick up. Because in Canada, you can make money if you plan properly in the next 15 years. If you are like 20 and you say I want to be a millionaire by 35, Canada will say there's no one who can stop you but you. And after $1 million, you can have a very decent life. So
after 1 million?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, that's my story. I still have like 30 seconds because I want to keep a buffer for myself.
What was the timeline for you between getting scammed on eBay and deciding I need to launch a reliable way for people to buy Bitcoin?
I think less than 90 days or something.
Awesome.
Yeah, less than 90 days.
Sorry, I'm taking you over. What changed in 90 days?
Yeah. Oh, nothing, man. Like, I thought like, so I'm an entrepreneur, right? So if I say a thing, I absolutely had no inspiration that I have a libertarian thought, but I'm not a libertarian. Like, I basically believe in the law, land of law. There was a Robocoin machine installed in Vancouver, and I thought they were making a lot of money, and they were with orders. I thought, if I can make cheaper machines than them, I can basically ship more machines. So that was the only, I just saw this opportunity, and that was about it. And when I called my phone, to be honest, we thought, so you can imagine, for the first some time, we didn't have incorporation. That's the basic thing you do, right? We didn't have incorporation. We thought this business, we started like 1 or 2. And then we get calls and people and they're flocking and they all send you cash, man, this. Man, no one, and before that I used to sales call and no one said, man, they say, how do you talk, man? Like, shut down. And after that, people were just coming and calling, hey, we want to meet you, and we became a star overnight, right? So that was really cool. So, but no, we didn't have any intention to make it a business. It was just, we started a couple of machines, made like $2,000, live for, because I was living with like 10 people in one condo, so I thought I'll just live forever, man.
And just to keep everybody honest, like how many machines does the company have now?
So I think the company have, so we, not the only machine, we have other locations too. The last figure I heard, I think we have 6,000 locations or something like that.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, so machines are, I don't know, to be honest, I don't know, but a few hundred maybe, but a lot of machines are running the software, because I left the company like 3 years ago, so I don't keep updates with them, but last time I heard they had like 6,000 locations, and the government of Canada was using the software. So IRAP, if you go to IRAP and everything, they are using our software. Yeah.
Well, thank you very much. It's always entertaining hearing from you.